Chengdu offers much more than just Sichuan cuisine and hot pot. Culinary delights are everywhere, satisfying your cravings for indulgence. Exploration and Discovery now presents Savoring Abundance Episode 1. As civilization has evolved, food has transcended merely satisfying hunger. Be it rabbit head paired with a drink, crispy fried pork at a hot pot feast, or 5 flavored duck heads to accompany tea. Even street treats like fatty intestine noodle. All these dishes are perfect for sharing with friends, or enjoying late at night when you need a little comfort. No one can resist these tempting snacks. Chengdu offers much more than just Sichuan cuisine and hot pot. Culinary delights are everywhere, satisfying your cravings for indulgence. Known for its vibrant lifestyle and distinctive culinary culture, Chengdu is celebrated as a city of gastronomy by food enthusiasts. Historically referred to as the land of abundance, locals relish tune leaves in spring, bountiful fruits in summer, newly harvested rice in autumn, and preserved meats in winter. With an array of diverse foods throughout the year, visitors to Chengdu often find themselves exclaiming, "It's truly fantastic." Spicy diced rabbit masterfully combines spicy and tender flavors. The bold spices meld effortlessly with the savory rabbit meat, while the chili adds a fiery kick that enhances its rich aroma and firm texture, creating an irresistible dish. At first glance, you may sniff at these seemingly intense flavors on the screen. But once you dig in, you'll understand that the act of gnawing on bone and meat only makes it taste better and more addictive. Chengdu's love for rabbit meat, as a renowned Sichuan snack, might be the most dedicated affection worldwide. As they say, rabbit meat leaves delightful memories as it passes through the stomach. Nestled on a lush hillside, in Sanqing Town, Chengdu, Yinya Mountain offers expansive views. Amidst the verdant mountains and trees lives a delightful creature. With their playful big ears and charming 3-lobed mouths, no creature is as adorable and enjoyable as rabbits, earning a soft spot in both our hearts and stomachs. See it, love it, taste it. This is a culinary credo for Xiaoguowen. Today, to ensure the best quality and taste, he drives to Yunyan village to hand-pick the freshest rabbits himself. These cute critters are smarter than they look. Their instincts signal this man spells trouble. Catching rabbits isn't as easy as spotting them. After several failed attempts, Xiao successfully captures one.
This rabbit is fairly plump. Its legs are slender, but the muscles are firm. It's not easy to catch one of these, especially a male rabbit, since their muscles are denser than those of females. We also need to check the back, by squeezing it this way, if the muscles feel even. That means they're well developed.
To Xiao, the ideal rabbit has tender meat, and a balanced physique. He knows that only top-quality rabbit meat crafts the perfect spicy diced rabbit. It shouldn't be too fatty, but with well-toned muscles. Remember these tips on selecting the right rabbit. They could be handy on your next market visit. As a specialty from Chengdu, Sichuan. These adorable creatures come from a crossbreed of Belgian and chinchilla rabbits with Sichuan white and spotted rabbits. Known for their 3 highs and 3 lows. High in protein, phospholipids, and digestibility, while being low in fat, cholesterol, and calories. Ideal for those watching their weight. Thus, Yunyan rabbits are touted for their beauty and health benefits. To make spicy diced rabbit, first, cut the cleaned rabbit into 2 cm cubes. Add cooking wine for aroma, and salt for seasoning. Mix them well by hand, and let it sit for half an hour. While the rabbit is marinating, you can start on the other ingredients. A mix of erjingtiao, chaotian, and xin dai peppers is essential. Soak these peppers in cold water for 10 minutes. This softens their heat and prevents them from burning in hot oil later on. Pour 50 grams of rapeseed oil into the wok and heat it up. Add the rabbit pieces and stir-fry until they start to take on a golden hue, then remove them from the wok and set aside. Next, prepare the base for the dish. Controlling oil temperature can be tricky for us beginners. But Xiao has a tip for us.
When the oil starts to emit a light blue smoke that rises steadily, it's properly heated.
Add ginger and garlic and fry until fragrant. Here comes the main event. Toss in all 3 types of peppers. Once you can smell that spicy aroma, it's time to add the spices. Sichuan cuisine is famed for bold, spicy, and oily flavors, relying less on the original taste of ingredients. Various techniques manage to elevate the often bland and lean rabbit meat. As the aroma of the base fills the air, add the pre-cooked rabbit meat. The tender rabbit melds beautifully with the spicy heat, releasing such an irresistible, savory scent. Its primary flavor profile is spicy and numbing. The mix of spices adds complexity to the dish. Stir-fry for about 10 minutes, then sprinkle with MSG and chili powder. Toss quickly, and turn off the heat. Once cooled, the rabbit develops a richer flavor profile, shifting from purely spicy heat to a mix of subtle scallion oil fragrance and lean meat aroma, with numbing spiciness, balanced by a unique sweet aftertaste. The tingling Sichuan pepper lingers on the tongue, while the umami richness of rabbit fills your mouth, growing more savory with each bite. Making spicy rabbit heads requires a precise blend of spices, crucial for cutting gamey taste while enhancing aroma. Once prepared, the spices are added to a boiling broth to create a rich marinade.
First, we add the spices. Then we observe the color of the broth to determine the right sugar tone, ensuring a more appealing color for the final dish.
The cleaned rabbit heads are then submerged into the marinade.
For 5 rabbit heads, we need around 5 kilos of water.
The rabbit heads should simmer for 50 minutes to allow the marinade to infuse deeply. If you're patient enough, you can even let them soak in the marinade for an extra hour to enhance the flavor absorption. For those who can't wait, you can move on to the next step. Heat cooking oil to 180 degrees Celsius. Then add garlic, ginger, Sichuan peppercorns, and scallion to elevate the aroma of the oil. Then stir in the chili paste until fragrant. Introduce the freshly marinated rabbit heads and gently stir over low heat. The rabbit heads absorb a spicy flavor as they're coated with aromatic spices. Sprinkle some chili powder and stir once more. If you prefer a sweet spicy taste, now's the time to add a bit of sugar. By now, the rabbit heads have become tender and flavorful from the lengthy stir-fry, and can be taken off the heat. Without their fluffy exterior, the processed heads may look intimidating. Such a stark contrast could deter some from digging in. However, once you overcome the initial hesitation and take a bite, the true charm of the rabbit head will soon reveal itself. Crack open the head at the jaw. And split it in half. Relish the seasoned juices and richly flavored bits of meat. Then make your way to the savory, tender cheeks and chewy rabbit tongue. Gently pry open the skull to reveal the brain, which appears particularly appealing. A gentle suck will send the smooth, sticky white brain right into your mouth. Finally, conclude with the upper palate. Immerse yourself for a heightened sensory experience. Experienced connoisseurs, even as they savor these delights, can effortlessly reassemble the rabbit head, transitioning from focused precision to relaxed enjoyment. Only in this rabbit-loving region, even the most laid-back folks step up their game, constantly introducing new rabbit dishes with a variety of flavors, avoiding hype and showiness. The straightforward locals openly embrace the simplicity of sharing a rabbit meal with friends. These beloved rabbits, hailing from distant landscapes, eventually win the hearts of chefs in Sichuan and Chongqing. In Chengdu, snacks, affectionately known as little bites, serve as both striking appetizers and tasty morsels for leisurely moments. Duck heads are particularly popular in this regard. As April ushers in warmer weather, locals say the duck sense it first. At 9 in the morning, Xiong Wei heads to a local farm to hand-pick fresh ducks.
Come on. Let's check them out.
Sure.
These ducks are 3 years old now. What do you think?
Xiong Wei's first task is to assess the duck's growth.
It's important to make sure the ducks haven't been fed fattening diets to gain weight. By checking their bills, you can tell their age doesn't match. This one is maybe 1 year old, at most. Ducks 2 years or older have just the right meat and skin quality on their heads.
With clear standards in mind, Xiong takes matters into his own hands. Catching these lively ducks is quite a task. Although they love running freely in the open field, they also have a culinary destiny waiting in the kitchen. Five-flavored duck heads aren't tied to any specific flavors. Instead, they feature a blend of spicy, aromatic, sweet, and more, all owing to a symphony of spices. Fresh duck heads must soak for over 8 hours to get rid of some of the blood's metallic taste. But that's just the beginning. Meticulous cleaning is essential, especially around the nostrils, tongue, and back of the head where dirt can lurk. Rinse them twice, drain, and they're ready for marinating. With the help of rice wine and soy sauce, the duck heads, as odors are neutralized, become noticeably aromatic. Massaging the marinade into each duck head ensures every bit absorbs the flavors thoroughly. Cardamom seeds are removed to avoid bitterness when frying. And don't forget star anise, bay leaves, cinnamon, and galangal, the keys to aromatic duck heads. Start by heating soybean oil to 210 degrees Celsius. Then add the duck heads. This dish requires an immersion fry. As the oil bubbles, toss in the spices. The oil coats the duck heads with an enticing glaze. Once the skin is firm and golden, they're removed for the next step. Lard is added not only for a richer scent, but also to mellow the overall aroma. Now it's time to fry the marinade base. Despite including chili and Sichuan pepper, this dish isn't overwhelmingly spicy. Fermented rice adds a hint of sweetness to the mix. Once the aroma is tempting enough, add some water to temper it. As the water boils, add the duck heads. After simmering and soaking in this rich marinade, the duck heads develop a deep brown hue. Each achieves a perfect balance of color and flavor, making them utterly mouth-watering. Simmer on medium-low heat for 40 minutes, until well seasoned. Then reduce the liquid over low heat. The thick, soy-flavored sauce coats each duck head, making every bite robustly savory and unforgettable. Once done, plate them up and garnish with chopped scallions and crushed peanuts. Now the 5 flavored duck heads are ready to be served. Duck head may not be considered gourmet ingredient, given their limited edible parts. So, the joy of eating them isn't about taking big, hearty bites. The saying, "stubborn as a dead duck," doesn't apply here. Slow cooked to perfection, they're tender and packed with flavor. The bills and other bones can be easily broken apart, releasing rich juices that flood your mouth with each delightful bite. Chengdu is the ultimate destination for food lovers all year round. No matter when you visit, you'll find a feast somewhere, waiting to delight you. Street snacks in Chengdu are fundamentally simple, evoking warming memories of childhood days. Each dish proudly showcases the creativity and dedication of local street chefs. In this magical place, skilled chefs can transform even the most humble ingredients into divine, flavorful creations. For those who can't say no to meat, crispy fried pork is a must-try delight. The concept of crispy originally came from fermented dairy products made from cow and sheep milk, as well as baked goods made from fermented wheat. However, as times changed and prosperity grew, culinary creativity flourished, leading to the introduction of crispy fried pork. The secret lies in using the right cut. Pork belly with a perfect 3:7 ratio of fat to lean. First, remove the skin. And slice the pork belly into 1.5 cm strips. Cooking wine and ginger remove odors, while salt and MSG enhance the flavor. A touch of Sichuan peppercorn adds a unique zing. Let the meat soak up all these flavors, with a 20-minute marinade. For the batter, skip water, and use egg and flour instead. Stir continuously in one direction, until the batter becomes silky smooth. Add a dash of chopped scallions for aroma. Generously coat the meat strips with the batter, ensuring each piece will fry up to perfection, with a perfect crunch. Rapeseed oil with high melting point is preferred over animal fats, giving the pork a golden, glossy finish and a sophisticated aroma. Heat the oil to medium-high, then add the pork strips. The frying process, with its excellent heat retention, ensures even cooking, crunchy texture, and rich flavor. To keep the coating intact, avoid touching the strips right away. As the oil sizzles, it releases organic compounds, like aldehyde, filling the air with irresistible aroma, telling you how tasty this dish is. Once they're perfectly golden, drain the oil. Double frying is the trick to next-level crispy pork. Heat the oil to a higher temperature and fry the pork once more, with a greater temperature difference between the exterior and interior. This step crisps the outside while keeping the inside tender and juicy. Finally, toss them with your choice of chili powder and pepper salt. And there you have it. Addictive crispy fried pork that crackles with every bite. The Taiping market in Chengdu's Tianfu New area holds nostalgic charm for many elders. Back in the day, visiting the market was essential for fulfilling everyday needs. Even now, this tradition remains alive in most parts of the city. When market day rolls around, those seemingly forgotten streets miraculously buzz with life, transforming into vibrant fairs filled with energy. Having grown up in the countryside, Longbin trusts the bustling market stalls more than the orderly supermarket shelves. He only buys pork intestines from trusted vendors.
These intestines are good. Not the ones with black spots. They're not as fresh. We want those without black spots. These look better, clean and normal, and have no off-putting smell. They're definitely more ideal.
Through years of experience, Longbin knows it's all about finding the right color. Cleaning intestines is a painstaking task requiring lots of patience. Mask the odor with ginger, scallions and cooking wine. Then, thoroughly massage the seasonings into the intestines. Intestines, with their distinctive aroma and rich texture, have secured their place in Sichuan and Chongqing cuisine. Especially the pork intestines. The flavor comes from both the fat and the digestive remnants they once held. Over-cleaning can strip this magic away, resulting in a loss of their signature taste. The goal is to clean without overdoing it. Scrub the intestines with flour, salt, and vinegar. Then rinse away the slime, until they're squeaky clean.
When turning the intestines inside out, be careful not to tear the skin. If it tears, it will be difficult to turn and rinse properly. And don't forget to remove any lymph nodes. Make sure there are no loose ends.
By carefully turning them inside out and trimming excess fat and impurities, long bin ensures a thin layer of fat remains. This is key to retaining the signature texture and flavor of the final dish. To eliminate any unpleasant odors, pork intestines need a good pre-boil. Start in cold water, bring it to a boil for around 30 minutes. Then let them simmer gently over low heat for another hour. Cut the large intestines into segments and tie knots in the small ones. The knots help lock in the juices, giving the small intestines a completely different texture. A bite into the tender casing releases a burst of flavors, an explosion of mouth-watering taste, with rich fat and savory broth tantalizing the palate. Chengdu's iconic fatty intestine noodle owes their chewy texture to sweet potato noodles handmade fresh on site. The starch is mixed with water until dissolved, then poured in boiling water. Keep pouring while stirring clockwise to create a thick paste. A technique known as cooking the paste. The dry starch is then mixed with the paste at a 1.5:1 ratio and kneaded until smooth. Pinch off a small piece. If it stretches into threads without breaking, it's ready. Now comes the most challenging part of noodle making. Perfect noodles require hot water. Fill a perforated ladle with the dough. Raise it high with one hand, and pound the dough through with the other. Achieving smooth noodles requires even force. Testing both skill and strength. As the noodles cascade in silky strands into the simmering broth below, cook them to a glossy finish. The balance between firmness and softness must be just right for the ideal chewy texture and the perfect mouthfeel. Once cooked, the noodles are lifted out with long chopsticks and cooled in cold water. After long simmering, the intestines, with protein breaking down into savory amino acids, gain a rich flavor profile of chewy texture and meaty flavor. The soul of these noodles lies in their seasoning. A generous scoop of vibrant oil base, infused with roasted chili heat and numbing Sichuan peppercorn, ensures the magic happens. But remember, the seasoning is personal. You decide the balance. In Chengdu slang, mao means a quick boil. With each step meticulously considered, this is essentially an art-making process. Simple, yet versatile. Fatty intestine noodles are already part of Chengdu lifestyle. These noodles can serve as either a main course or a casual afternoon snack. The bouncy sweet potato strands, zingy vinegar, chili oil, crunchy soybeans, tender intestines, and crisp bean sprouts all come together, creating an unmatched dance of flavors in your mouth. Ask travelers from afar who cherish unforgettable culinary experiences. True gourmets often fondly recall the iconic pork intestine noodles they once savored in Chengdu. Here, you can enjoy Chengdu's offerings in hidden gem eateries or humble street stalls. A rabbit head with tender, juicy meat bursts with fragrant spices, offering rich flavor experience. Calorie-laden crispy fried pork, so crunchy and aromatic, has become a sensation across tables nationwide, bringing joy to both the palate and the spirit. The savory yet fresh flavor of the richly seasoned duck heads is rising as a new emblem of Chengdu's vibrant snack scene. For food enthusiasts, sharing a bowl of pork intestine noodles is an undeniable proof of friendship. Even if you find Sichuan cuisine and hot pot elsewhere, those unique street food memories belong solely to this city. One day, when you catch a whiff of those familiar aromas, something deep within you stirs, inviting you to indulge once more. Isn't that exactly what makes it all worthwhile?